The torn family bond. Are we willing to sacrifice our own well-being for the sake of family, or do we prioritize our own needs in times of crisis? This is a question that has been weighing heavily on my mind as I navigate this complex and emotionally charged situation with my sister Emily. As a 28-year-old mother myself, I've always tried to be there for my loved ones. My partner Mike, who's also been with me for 4 years, shares these values. We have a beautiful 2-year-old daughter together, and our little family is built on the foundation of love, trust, and support. But when it comes to helping out Emily during her time of need, things get complicated. Emily, my older sister, has always been tight with our family. She's a single mom too, but her kid's dad pays child support regularly. We've often had the 2 kids play together, and I've tried to be as involved in her life as possible. But lately, Emily's been facing some tough challenges. Her ex is being super unreliable with payments, leaving her struggling to make ends meet. As her little sister, it's hard for me not to get caught up in her problems. I've been trying to help out where I can, giving her cash when I can, and letting the kids play together more often. Mike's not always thrilled about it, but he humors me because he knows how much it means to me. But then the other day, Emily called in a panic. She'd just gotten an eviction notice from our mom, who had taken over their old rental property without warning anyone else. Apparently, the previous renter was behind on payments, and Mom decided to take matters into her own hands. Now Emily's facing homelessness with her kid. That's when I immediately offered my home as a temporary solution. But Mike got upset when I mentioned it. He said we can't just have his sister-in-law and her kid staying here all the time, that it's unfair to us and our daughter, who are barely scraping by ourselves. He thinks Emily should get back on her feet first before coming to live with us. I feel terrible for my sister, but at the same time, Mike has a point. We're struggling financially too, and adding another mouth to feed would be tough. I tried explaining this to Emily over the phone, but she got really upset, saying we're abandoning her in her hour of need. Now I'm torn. Part of me wants to help my sister out because family is supposed to stick together, right? But at the same time, Mike's concerns about our own situation aren't unfounded. We can't just sacrifice our own well-being for someone else's problems, no matter how much we care. Background and context. Let me give you some context on my relationship with Emily and Mike. We've always been close as a family, but things got complicated when I started dating Mike. He's not exactly thrilled about being an uncle to Emily's kid, and there have been times when he's gotten frustrated with her situation. On the other hand, Emily's always been a bit of a free spirit. She's struggled financially since her divorce, and it's like she's been trying to find her footing ever since. But despite all this, we love her dearly and want to support her as much as possible. Breaking down the situation. Let's break down what went wrong here. We've got a family member in need. Emily's facing homelessness with her kid. She calls me for help, and I immediately offer my home as a temporary solution. But then Mike intervenes, expressing his concerns about our own financial situation. I think the main issue here is that we're trying to balance 2 competing priorities, helping out a family member in need versus protecting our own well-being. We can't just ignore our own problems and sacrifices for someone else's sake, but at the same time, we have to be willing to help those who are struggling. What would you do? Now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. What would you do in this situation? Would you prioritize helping out Emily or focus on protecting your own family? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to see how others would handle this complex and emotionally charged scenario. The decision ahead. For me, it's not just about making a decision, it's about being true to myself and my values. As someone who cares deeply about their family, I want to help Emily out when she needs it most. But at the same time, I have to be realistic about our own situation. So what will it be? Will we open our home to Emily and her kid, or do we prioritize our own well-being? The decision ahead is a tough one, but either way, it's going to take some hard conversations and difficult choices. The call to action. Now I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts on this situation in the comments below. Are you Team Emily or Team Mike? Do you think we should prioritize helping out our family member or protect our own well-being? Subscribe to our channel for more Reddit Storytime content, new videos uploaded every week. And if you have a personal story you'd like to share, consider submitting it to our community on Reddit. We love hearing from our viewers and want to create a space where everyone feels welcome and supported. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.